What do you miss the most from pre-COVID? Collective sanity. As a person who works nights, stores and restaurants that are open late. I used to be able to get out of work at whatever hour and have a dozen different grocery stores and fast food restaurants I could stop at on the way home. And now 2 years after the pandemic I have only one or two, and sometimes they'll be closed anyway for whatever reason. Stores being open late. I guess I miss not having a stack of inconveniences that have to be dealt with in order to do public things. It's not that any one inconvenience is too much, but it's just so many little things. I'm currently in first year of college. I hope next year I'll finally have some classes in the actual college instead of my bedroom. What improved your life so much, you wished you did sooner? I stopped living my life just waiting for the weekend. When you work 5 days a week and have just 2 off, it's not good to be always waiting for those 2 days. You can plan something meaningful or fun every day, even if it's just a small thing. Edit. Wow. Thanks for all the awards. I'm glad others have found this comment helpful. Got a divorce. To talk about my depression. Don't be too afraid to seek for help. Flossing. Actually, I use a water pick now. Now my hygiene and cleaning visits are a breeze, and I haven't had a cavity in years. Learned Spanish. Now I have a lot of amazing Latino friends and I got a lot of great gigs and opportunities because of it. What is the most overrated sitcom of all time? Looks like BuzzFeed has their article for next week. The one with the not-so-smart working-class guy who is married to the hot wife who is way out of his league and lives down the street from his parents. Oh wait, that's most of them. Mac and CHESE. Anyone else despise laugh tracks? That one you like so much. Edit. Well, thanks for the awards, guys. Whatever Chuck Lorre syndicated sitcom is on at the moment. The laugh tracks even sound like a toilet flushing. Cosby Show doesn't hit like it used to. Mrs. Brown's Boys. Vomiting face. Vomiting face. Brits back me up here. The one where Hal makes and sells blue meth without Malcolm's help. I have not laughed once. What's a harsh reality that everybody needs to hear? Children's first bullies are often their parents. Edit. Thank you for the award. Smiley face. Your life can be changed forever in the blink of an eye. You have to deal with it or die. I'm 62. I went to run errands one day with my beautiful wife of 42 years and I came home 2 hours later a widower. She died of a massive heart attack in the passenger seat. That was about 13 months ago. It's been hard, but I'm still here thanks to some wonderful people in my life. Most people should not be on social media of any kind because they cannot handle what it does to them mentally. It is not about socialization, it's about corporations monetizing your life. Whatever you say can and will be used against you. What's the dumbest reason someone broke up with you? No joke? Her mood ring changed colors. She met someone that she immediately saw herself marrying. A month after we broke up she moved across the country, got married, called me to tell me she made a mistake, got divorced, moved back home, got pregnant and then got married again. Her current age 22, because her friends broke up with their boyfriends. My first boyfriend came over and dumped me on my front porch. He said he didn't like my lisp. He also had a lisp. I told her not to drink and drive. You don't trust me? He had his ex over and let her sleep in his bed. I visited my dad while he was in hospital with cancer. She broke up with me because I was visiting my dying dad instead of visiting her. I feel like I dodged a major bullet. Was convinced I was cheating on them with my gay cousin. You suddenly travel back 100,000 years to a cave that will eventually be discovered by archaeologists. What do you write on the wall to mess with them? A model of our solar system, with an arrow pointing to Pluto saying the key. Draw a picture of Earth from space. We have used the last of Earth's magic to seal their dimension and leave you this message in the language of your time. Proceed no further. You must not destroy the barrier. If released they will bring the downfall of your species as they have done to ours. Do not break the barrier. Find the exact person who will discover said cave, figure out their address, write their address with a specific date, watch them freak out all day. Congratulations, you have found the second clue. To find the third and final clue, go back to the first clue and read it backwards. A URL that leads to this post. A bunch of stick figure guys with spears, running away from a flying saucer that's shooting lasers at them. Night owls. What is the creepiest thing happened to you when everyone else was sleeping? I woke up shortly before the big Northridge earthquake outside of LA in the 90s. I was just lying there in the middle of the night staring at the ceiling and then heard a loud whistling sound like a teapot boiling that started getting fainter and the ground started shaking violently. I thought a bomb had gone off initially. No, just an earthquake. Someone tried to open the front door of the house that I am staying at. It was around 2-3 a.m. and sometimes people in the house forget to lock. Safe to say, I could not sleep the whole night. I looked out my window and man was looking through it at the same time. Who's the character everyone loves but is actually annoying? Where are Max and Ruby's parents? Frosty the Snowman. I can't explain, but that motherfucker gets on my nerves big time. Rory Gilmore, Peppa Pig. At the end of the day, she is a spoiled brat. Jerry from Tom and Jerry. Peter Griffin. I don't know how Lois does it, his stupidity would have had me packing it up a long time ago. But as a viewer, it's hilarious. Any child on Disney Channel. They all just do whatever they want, ignoring authority figures, and it always works out for them. That isn't how life works. People from Manifest, mostly Ben and Michaela. Carrie Bradshaw from SAC, self-absorbed, not a good friend and just the worst. If there was a vote for one person to receive immortality, who would win? Really comes down to who would you want to live with. Keith Richards. If memory serves, there's a guy whose DNA contains a mutation that makes his blood a treatment for some deadly disease. I don't remember the particulars, but he gives blood basically as often as practical and has already saved something like 2 million lives. That guy, most likely the most undeserving asshole possible. My old boss, Hamish. So he can watch humanity go extinct and have a miserable eternity. That dude in India with the feeding program feeding 2 million kids a day or something. Me. WTF? What is your job and how much do you get paid? Toddler lead teacher. Just got a raise from 9.65 minimum wage to 10.50, but not because I'm valued, because we're so severely understaffed and everyone that walks through walks right back out once they learn how low the wage is. Don't blame them one bit. Carpenter $117,000 odd. Substitute teacher, $40.57 an hour. As someone who was just happy he makes $15 an hour, entering this thread was a mistake. Entrepreneur, negative $10K per year. I do research with brain cells, HIV, cocaine, and fentanyl. $29,500 year aka $14 hour. Yes, I'm sad that this is what a master's degree got me. You wake up as Joe Biden. What's your first move? I just start sprinting without saying a word to anyone. I wonder how far the president could get before the Secret Service would be able to stop you. Nice try, Joe. Wonder if Joe Biden woke up in my body. Go to Area 51. Not again. Whatever it is, I bet it hurts and makes an awful noise. See if the Stargate program is real. I always go to pee after waking up. Accidentally leak the Ghislaine Maxwell list. Rip some donuts in my Corvette while the Secret Service scrambles to keep up. Play laser tag with the Secret Service and break my knees. Go back to sleep, and hope I wake back up as me. I don't need that kind of stress. Pop to the toilet. All old men need to do that. Learn about aliens. Well, I've always wanted to drive a vintage Corvette. Crank call Putin. Send Obama a text asking if he wants to meet up for ice cream later. Eat some chocolate chip. What's the worst Christmas gift you've received that you had to pretend to like? When the Tamagotchi craze was in full swing, my siblings and I asked for one. My sisters both got one, and I got a jacket because mine was torn up and small. When I asked my dad why I didn't get one and if Santa thought I did something bad that year, he told me I was too old for Santa and needed to learn life isn't fair. I was 8. My sisters were 7 and 5. From that point forward I only ever received clothing. A set of miniature butter knives with ceramic fruit and vegetables as the handles. From an aunt who said that I was so hard to shop for I was 7. Eons ago I worked for a company owned by the richest man in Minnesota. One year, all of us peons, and there were a couple thousand of us, got a copy of his book. It was all about how he became the richest man in Minnesota. Cheap bastard. A dish towel. I was 8 years old.